I'm Kurt Thompson, professional trumpet player and teacher, also a brass coach. Maybe you're wondering why I'm speaking to you. So, who am I speaking to right now? I'm speaking to flute players, um, woodwind players, bassoon players, oboe players, English horn players. Who else? Um, Alto saxophone players, baritone saxophone players, tenor saxophone players, clarinet players. Did I say soprano saxophone players? I'm just trying to target all the woodwind players that I can think of. As I mentioned, oboe and bassoon, I think I did. Um, Piccolo, well, it's not the same as flute, but it's in the same family. So piccolo and flute. I'm trying to think if I've missed out on anybody else in the woodwinds. So yeah, I'm a trumpet player, and I've spent most of my career playing and teaching trumpet and/or brass. And so this is actually a first. In fact, you can even prove this. You can go through my entire channel, look for anything else that I've done that's geared towards all musicians that make music with their breath. And you won't really find anything else. So this is a first for me, a precedent of making a course available to everybody and anybody who uses to make their music, to include vocalists, brass players, and woodwind players. So there are 18 techniques in this 4-week long course. And out of all the 18 techniques, now all brass players can do all 18, but 16 of the techniques can be done by everybody else, vocalists and woodwind players. So the course does have 18 techniques. You won't be able to do 2 of those because you kind of need a brass instrument. But the other ones are perfect for you to develop your power, your range, your control of dynamics, your phrasing, and your breathing. And I think that you're going to be quite impressed. Now, most of these techniques are proprietary, most meaning that you haven't seen or heard of these unless you know somebody that studied with me and they told you about them. There are a couple of mainstream techniques that you're going to either have known about or have heard about. So, all you non-brass playing musicians, I want you to take advantage of my first course ever, open to all musicians who use to make their music. And this is suitable for beginning players up to advanced amateur players and professionals, band directors, jazz band directors, choir directors, orchestra directors, you name it. I explain things very well. That's one thing that I'm known for, is taking something a little bit complicated and breaking it down into bite-sized, understandable little nuggets of knowledge. As a result, if you look down in the description, you may have to click something. I'm going to put a link to one free technique out of the course. It's not likely you've taken my courses before because you're not a brass player. So I'm going to include one free technique out of this course, free on the house. And I'm hoping that once you get a feel for my teaching style and delivery and this quite unusual technique, and you try it and you go, wait a minute, that technique is going to work. It's going to be pretty cool for me. You might just decide to take advantage of this initial public offering of this breath support course and tutorial. And for probably the first week or two, I'm going to make it available at a very, very discounted tuition price. And if you think about it, well, these 4 weeks, it's about a half an hour each week. So that's 2 hours of lessons. And right there, just an average would be at least $100 in most cities in the US. So, but these are lessons that don't go away. You can constantly refer back to them and go over and over the techniques at your leisure. So, by the way, look down at your screen, go down to the right, maybe this direction. There's a little red rectangular subscribe button. I'd like for you to click on it, and you can get to know me a little bit better. And then go down the description. It might as well at least get your free on the house technique from me, so you can see how this course is going to work for you. And I'll see you next time.